Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be giving my in-depth analysis between Liverpool and Manchester City. And I was thinking whether I should do a complete individual analysis of one game, but it had to be this one, man. We've got two of the best managers in the world, two of the best teams in the country, winning the last 4 Premier Leagues, sharing it between themselves. Man City having 3 Premier Leagues, Liverpool having 1. So this game is going to be entertaining, it's going to be thrilling for the neutral, and expect a lot of goals. I had to give this game an individual in-depth analysis by itself because, oh my god, we have seen thrilling games in the past. We saw 4-1 at Anfield last year. We saw a great 1-1 draw at the Etihad. We saw even the season before that great thrilling games between these two sides. Like I said earlier, these two sides have the best managers in the world, so they're going to be thinking, how can we prepare our team in the right way to ensure that we get a good result at Anfield? But before going into this video, you know I'm going to say, make sure you guys like, comment and hit that big subscribe button right there. Make sure you guys, give me your own predictions in the comments, who you think will win this game. And let me know in the comment section as well, what do you think each manager needs to do in terms of tweak their side to ensure that they can win at Anfield. So the first factor I'm going to be talking about is Anfield. The first 20 minutes is going to be electrifying, it's going to be exhilarating because we're going to get the Liverpool fans cheering the Liverpool team on to ensure that they can get a goal in the first 15-20 minutes. And it can be an avalanche at Anfield, like we saw Liverpool v AC Milan. In the first 20-25 minutes or so, Liverpool should have been 4-0 up, and this is what Man City are going to be facing. They're one of the title contenders, they're the Premier League champions. Obviously the Liverpool fans are going to be up for it and cheering the team on, giving them that extra 10-20% of energy to press Man City to ensure that they make a mistake. Man City are going to have to manage this game to ensure that they don't make any silly mistakes which the fans can feed on to ensure that they can get an early goal. And Man City and Pep Guardiola know this is a massive factor because they have felt this force before. They got destroyed, what, 4-1 2 years ago at Anfield? They got destroyed 3-0 in 30-35 minutes at Anfield as well in the Champions League quarterfinals a few years ago. They know this Anfield presence is real, and they know if they caught slacking, the game could end very ugly in the first 20-25 minutes, regardless of how many talented world-class players they have. They have to be on top of their game. They have to make sure that the crowd can get silence in terms of the way they play. Even if that means passing the ball around, making sure that Liverpool don't get touches of it, which the fans can feed on in terms of trying to get on the front foot and try to score a goal. Or even if that means high pressing Liverpool's back four, or even the goalkeeper, force them into early mistakes, make the fans feel nervous, make them feel awkward. Because if this happens, the Liverpool players will start to feel unnervy, unease. They might even make a few mistakes in their passing, because when you hear the Liverpool fans not cheering, you start to feel a little bit awkward and you overthink stuff. So if Man City can either pressurize Liverpool, or if they can dominate possession and even take the game to Liverpool and score an early goal, this will make the Liverpool fans feel unsettled and will make the players feel uneased as well. So this is very important for Pep Guardiola. Or even the other way to survive the Liverpool volcanic eruption is to just literally weather the storm. We saw AC Milan do it. I know they got absolutely battered in the first 20-25 minutes, but what, they only conceded 1 goal and they got a goal before half time. Obviously they mismanaged the game in terms of winning it, but at the end of the day they survived the avalanche that Liverpool thrown at them. So if Man City can literally weather the storm, defend very well, which they've been doing all season and last season with the presence of Ruben Dias, one of the best centre backs in the world, in the league as well, you can survive anything. This is going to be an interesting factor because we saw last year when Liverpool had no fans, we got absolutely destroyed 4-1. And obviously there was other factors like having no defence and no midfield. But obviously it's going to be a completely different game, and Man City should not be lackadaisical. They shouldn't be thinking, oh, it's going to be a walkover because we destroyed them last year. Because the fans are going to be the 12th man for Liverpool and push them on and spur them on in important moments when they need that support. So the next factor I'm going to be talking about is Liverpool's attack v Man City's defence, and it's going to be thrilling to watch how both teams adapt to see how they can take the advantage over the other side. But in terms of this, I want to talk about how Liverpool can take advantage over Man City. But let's not get twisted. Man City got one of the best defences in the league with Ruben Dias, like I said, Laporte, Cancelo and Walker, literally keeping so many clean sheets last season. Well, that's the reason why they even won the Premier League, because of their defence. They literally kept like 9 to 10 clean sheets in a row, when the season before that, they were very leaky at the back. So obviously they fixed it, and this season they do look very good. Maybe not as good as Chelsea, but defensively they look solid and sound. I only conceded, what, 1 shot on target. So it's going to be a difficult task for Liverpool to break down this Man City's defence. However, I feel like they can take advantage of the left side of Man City, which is the right side of Liverpool. So when Man City go forward and Cancelo does push on and help Grealish go on the attack, I feel like the smart thing for Jurgeon Klopp to do would allow to Salah to stay up forward, literally tell him do limited defending, because on the counter-attack, when Liverpool transition the ball into the final third, Cancelo might be caught out of position where Salah can take advantage and make those runs in behind and potentially score a goal. Even if Cancelo doesn't push on, because obviously Pep Guardiola will be cautious because he knows what the Liverpool front three can do, I feel like Salah can still take advantage of this mismatch. I feel like Cancelo isn't the best defensively. Going forward, he's superb providing those crosses, but I've seen players like Rafinha for Leeds take him on and have great success. So I think Salah can make those quick little subtle runs where if Cancelo does sleep or nap for a little bit, not paying attention to Salah's runs, I feel like Salah can get good chances and potentially score a goal because he's in great scoring form at the moment anyway. I feel like the right-hand side for Man City is going to be a lot tougher to take advantage of because we know Kyle Walker's quick, he has that recovery pace. So even if Mane does take him on, Kyle Walker potentially could win that battle. And even Mane, he doesn't really like running in behind these days when I watch him. He really likes ball to feet, he's back to goal. And I think Kyle Walker will easily deal with this. Other factors as well, will be interesting to see if Jurgen Klopp starts Jota or Firmino up front. Because Firmino just scored 2 goals in his last game against Porto. And I know we beat Porto all the time like 5-0 or 5-1 or whatever. But scoring goals, there's no better feeling like it. It just gives you confidence. So will Firmino be raring to go against Man City? Because he's going to be instrumental in terms of linking the play, literally providing those balls into Salah and Firmino. Because Liverpool will have Curtis Jones and Henderson who aren't as technically gifted as Firmino. It'll be interesting to see if Jurgen Klopp will take advantage of Man City's high line with Diego Jota. Because we know Man City like to defend with a high line. And there's one thing as a centre-back you don't want to do. Running back to your own goal with a through ball over the top by Trent Alexander-Arnold or Andrew Robertson who know how to deliver pinpoint passes in behind. So it'll be interesting to see if Jota starts because he has that pace in behind and it's going to be causing nightmares for those Man City defenders. So either way, I won't be mad what Jurgen Klopp does. I would probably start Jota because he will stretch the back four and he'll create even more space for the midfielders and Trent and them to operate. And it may clog up the field in terms of other players trying to get in the ball and create chances. But yeah, I won't be mad at either choice. But these are the types of things that Liverpool can take advantage of in terms of beating Man City. So the next factor I'm going to be talking about is Man City when they're on the ball in terms of possession. They need to be clinical, they need to be ruthless, they need to stamp their authority in terms of this game against Liverpool because we know the Anfield faithful can make it a tough game for Man City to operate and manoeuvre their sweet little passes in between the pockets and in between the lines. Man City have to make their stamp on this game because we've seen an inconsistent Man City going forward this season. 1 minute you'll be like, oh, they don't even need a striker, they'll be winning 5-0 against Arsenal and Norwich, and then next minute against Southampton or PSG they'll be struggling to break teams down, only having like one shot on target or so. Man City need to bring their A game against Liverpool, otherwise it's going to be a still afternoon passing it sideways with no real ambition or purpose to get the ball forward. Man City fans will probably want to see them play a lot more direct in terms of when they get the ball, drive at Liverpool's defenders. Trent Alexander-Arnold may be a weak point in their eyes in terms of the Liverpool back four, see if they can get at him. But even on the ball, just show some quality, show some class. Because players like Mahrez and Bernardo Silva, they're very, very talented. But sometimes I think they like going to the left foot, then right foot, left foot, and just waste so much time. And then they recycle possession, and it goes right back into the midfield, trying to start another phase of attack, which literally goes nowhere. Man City need to be much more quick, much more authoritative, show their stamp on the game, like I said. And they must play with purpose. If I was Pep Guardiola, I would start Jesus. He just scored at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea, scoring that all-important goal to get Man City the 3 points. He's in decent form at the moment. And although he's not that clinical number 9 that Man City do need like Harry Kane or Haaland, he still gives you that striker's presence in and around the box, in around the 6-12 yard box, and he will not be afraid to shoot and try to score a goal. Sometimes these Man City players love to recycle possession, lollygag on the ball, try to create the perfect chance. Whereas sometimes you just need to shoot, even if it's outside the box, even if it's in and around the box. And I think Jesus won't be scared to do this. Even then, you might even get a lucky deflection and you might get a goal like he did against Chelsea. Other players, I feel like Phil Foden should be looking to start. He had a great game against Liverpool last year, changed the game at Anfield, and I know there's fans this time, but he's very direct, I feel like, in terms of he doesn't mind taking players on, and he's technically gifted as well. But it'll be interesting to see what Pep Guardiola do. I feel like it's more important to get the message across rather than the players he starts, because they're all very talented and they can all do a job. But I think the most important thing is he just wants to get into the player's psyche that if you don't start fast, if you don't start with presence, this can be a long, ugly afternoon for us, because Liverpool can score goals in bunches. So the next part I'm going to be talking about is my predictions for this game. And I honestly think it's going to be a tough, close game, and it's a tough one to call, man. Both teams very talented. Both teams are absolutely amazing. I don't think it will be a blowout like last year at Anfield where Liverpool lost 4-1, because obviously Liverpool have the defenders and their midfield back, and they have their fans, the most important fans, back to cheer them on. But I feel Pep Guardiola will be cautious at Anfield because he's been here enough times knowing it's going to be a challenging team to face, and it can end ugly very quick if he leaves his side very open in the early minutes. So what I'm going to go for a prediction, I think Liverpool will just edge this game. I changed my prediction. I just think Liverpool have enough quality. They have enough clinicalness in their side to win this game at Anfield. And with the roaring 50,000 fans cheering them on, I feel like Liverpool have a great chance. Man City have only beaten Liverpool once in the 10-15 years at Anfield, and the only time they did beat Liverpool was when there was no fans in the stadium. It's going to be a different playing ground. It's going to be a different ballpark. Liverpool have the ball in their court. They have the ball in their own stadium. They should be winning this game. Hopefully, they're top of the table. They're in fine form. Just scored 5 goals against Porto. They've been scoring goals for fun. 3 goals against Brentford. And maybe the defence was leaky, but Man City aren't going to play that route one direct stuff like Brentford were doing on occasions with Ivan Toney. So I'm going to say Liverpool are going to win this game 2-1. Tough game. Very respected both sides, but Liverpool 2-1. But like I said, let me know in the comment section, who do you think is going to win? What are the biggest talking points in terms of this game? And what do both managers need to do to ensure that their team have the best chance of winning this game? Thank you for watching my video. See you in the next.